Hello everybody. This is a tutorial for the worksheets I prepared for you to help you manage and calculate your classwork and final grades, midterm grades. Um, so I'm going to explain to you how to use it and what to do. It's very simple. So I have two sheets for you. I have non-standard test levels and standard test levels. Okay. So first I'm going to explain the worksheet area. This is the area where you're going to be adding most of your grades. Okay. I left a little space for level, cycle, year, period, and group. Okay. The first thing you should do is obviously from the platform, copy the name of each student in the correct order and paste them in here. Okay, one, and I'll paste another. The second, copy paste, and paste in Excel. So you can paste up to 20 students. Okay, make sure that they're in the correct order as per the platform. So I would wait for day 4 or day 5 maybe until your class list is permanent. Okay, the first thing is you copy the names. Then to use these calculations here, it's very easy. If the midterm exam, the listening is 3.4, the reading is 4.2, the writing is 3.7, and the speaking is 4.0, then your average is 3.8. You don't have to do any formula or any calculations. As a matter of fact, in this spreadsheet, you can click all you want. You cannot open these fields. Okay. Now the next one is the listen for the final exam. The same 3.6, 3.9, 4.1, 4.0, and again it automatically calculates your average for those 4 grades. Now in the classwork 1, you can put any heading in here. Okay, I've left 4, 6, 8, about 13 or 14 spaces. I think that's more than enough. Here you can keep track of your homework, your quizzes, any group work, partner work, any work in the classroom, or any other thing that you want. So you can change these headings for whatever you want. Just retype it. Quiz 1. Quiz 2. Okay. Now in here, you notice these formulas. That's because there's no numbers in here. So let's say homework 1 was 4.0, quiz 1 was 3.7, and quiz 2 was 3.9. So you can see that the average changes here. Though you can put as many as you want, but one thing you have to remember, if you put a 0 in here, it will affect the grade. So if the student indeed got a 0 on quiz 2, quiz 3, okay, so you got a 0, then there's a 0, okay? But leave these, if you have nothing in here, you have to leave this with nothing. If you put zeros in here, look what happens. It will reduce the grade. Okay, so you don't want to be putting zeros in there unless it's an actual grade. If it's not an actual grade, just leave it blank. So at the moment, the student's classwork 1 is 2.9 because he has a 0 there. Let's take another example for another student, 4.0, 4.0, 4.0, 4.0, 4.0. Okay, classwork 2, the same thing. You can change these headings. You can put as many grades as you want up to here, and this will give you the average for whatever you put in here. Just remember that zeros do affect the grade. Blank spaces do not affect the grade. Okay. Now over here, I put a couple extra boxes in case you want to keep track of any information, telephone numbers, whatever you want. Okay. But these numbers in here are not tied in, or they don't affect any of the classwork or any of the formulas. This is just for information you want to may keep, whatever. Okay, so when you do these, let's put a couple of numbers in here. 3.4, 4.1. Oops, that's not right. 3.4, 4.1, and 4.0, and you can see the average is 3.8. Now, when you put these numbers up here, classwork 2, classwork 1, final, and midterm, you will see on the second chart that they will automatically be dropped down. Classwork 1, 2.9. If we go back here, 2.9. And the next one, 4.0, actually. And so 2.9, 4.0. The midterm exam, 3.8, 3.8. The classwork 2, 3.8. Okay. Now, the final exam, 3.6, 3.9, 4.0, the same. So these actually drop straight down. So these areas here where there's formulas, you can't change them. Any of them, you can't even click on them. They are locked and blocked. Okay. Same thing here. You don't have to worry about any of the formulas. Now, for the final grade, these formulas here take into account these percentages that are here, across here. So you don't have to worry about putting percentages. It's already in the formula. If you want to check, my formula, it's very easy. Say, for example, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And let's put another 5, 5, 5. And if you go to the chart, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Now, you have to remember that the project and the virtual grades have to be entered manually. You can't enter them up here. You have to enter them in here. So let's say the final project was 5. The first project was 5, project 2, 5, final project 5, and virtual 5. So my formula, 5.0, is the correct percentage average of by these percentages that the formula is working correct. Okay, so remember, the yellow have to be entered manually. All the other columns come from the worksheet above. Now, the other thing I have in here that might help you is a quiz calculator. And this will help you when you have quizzes and you have, for example, 22 questions and the student got 16 correct. Well, 3.6. You have 42 questions and 28 correct, 3.3. So this may help you. Instead of using your phone or calculator, you just put the two numbers in here and it will give you the grade automatically. You don't have to worry about the formula. Okay, that's the worksheet. Now, let's look at this chart here. This one, like I said, is for non-standard levels. Okay, so this takes into the percentages of non-standard levels. This one here is the same worksheet, but the chart is different. The chart is different because in the standard levels, we don't have any projects, okay? And so I've crossed them out, okay? As a matter of fact, you can't click, you can't enter anything in there. Again, the same as the non-standard levels, these values come from the worksheet above, like the midterm, the classwork 2. The virtual has to be entered manually, okay? The final grades come from here, and this formula is already taken into account these percentages here for standard tests, okay? Again, you can find the little calculator here if you wish to use it. Okay, now, next, when you're using this, I recommend that you make a copy, create copy, and rename that to, for example, A 2.1 6 a.m. class. Okay. Now, I want to make one for my standard level. So this one is, for example, A1.4, 8 a.m. Okay, so I would work in these and leave these that you can copy as many times as you want. Okay, so you have two classes, A14 and A21. One is standard, one is not standard. The next thing I recommend is for you to save this file. Save as. Let me delete. No, can't delete it. Okay. I'm going to create, for example, cycle 4, 2016. And there you go. There's your file name. For the next cycle 5, open this file and save as cycle 5. And you can rename these. Remember if they're standard tests or non-standard tests. Okay. What else? I think that's it. I think I've covered everything that you need to know. If you have any questions or you have a level with a different percentages, please contact me, and it will only take me a few minutes to change the percentages. Just send me the percentages and the correct order and the title of each box, and I can adjust this very, very quickly. That's it for now, and no more. Bye.